Hi, Jack Bennett here, and I'd like to welcome you to How to Clean Up Your Drum Rolls. The reason I put this package together is I get a lot of inquiries regarding hand technique, snare drumming, things like that, and more I'm finding that the same questions keep cropping up. The first thing is that people don't necessarily understand the different types of rolls. You know, there is a difference between a buzz roll versus a double stroke roll and so on and so forth. I think a lot of people kind of have their own quasi roll. It's not really a strict military style double stroke roll. It's not really a perfectly like a seamless buzz roll. It's sort of just what they've figured out perhaps on their own, and it's perhaps not really working out for them. But even more important than the technical issue is that I think a lot of people are getting lost in their rolls. They launch into their rolls. A lot of people have what I call the panic roll, which is where you're playing in any style of music. You're playing a piece of music and you see that you've got to play that buzz roll or that press roll for 2 beats. A lot of people will just launch into playing a roll as fast as their hands can do it, which first of all is a bad idea anyway, because beyond a certain hand change speed, a buzz roll doesn't actually sound very good. But more importantly than that, they have no idea where their hands are at any given point within the bar, as far as rhythmically where they're up to with their hand change speed. And if you don't know where you're up to, there's no way you can come out exactly on beat 1 or whatever beat it is that you need to come out on. So when you play, I'll give you an example, playing a 1 bar of triplets, and then I'm going to launch into a double stroke roll, and then I'll play a bar of triplets again, and then I'll launch into a buzz roll. It doesn't matter which type of roll you're doing, so long as you understand yourself where you are at any given point in time, you can always come out on beat 1. Okay, so here we go. I'll play triplets and a double, and then triplets and a buzz. Okay, I know exactly where I am. I'll do it with a buzz roll. Okay, I think what happens is a lot of people, when they see, okay, I've got to play an entire bar's worth of a roll, they go, and now I'm obviously hamming that up a little bit there, but I think that's not too far from the thought process that's happening and the panic that's happening in people's heads when they play. They see this roll and they just think, I've got to go flat out. Now let's check out some exercises that are really going to help you if you're one of these drummers that's really struggling with your rolls, trying to just remain in control of what you're doing and understanding exactly where you are at any given point in your roll. Okay, there's 8 exercises, and we can do them both as buzz rolls, as double stroke rolls, and then there's actually a second double stroke roll version at the end, which I'll show, but that's way down the track. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to we're going to chase the single stroke. And what I mean by that is that whatever the single strokes play at the start, the buzz is going to do the exact same thing. It's just that you're going to buzz every note instead of playing one note. Okay, so the first exercise, I'll play it really slow. We're just going to lead with our right hand and alternate sticks. We're just going to play 4 notes, right, left, and then we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're just going to buzz every one of them. Buzz, 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 buzz. The most important thing here is not trying to get a really even press roll. We're not going for that, and it's miles too slow to even sound anything remotely like a roll. What we're trying to do is get the brain used to and comfortable and not panicking and feeling okay that you can play the exact same thing in the singles as you do in the buzzes. Okay, so it would sound like this. Now, obviously, from an actual buzz roll point of view, if you're listening to that, that's like the worst buzz roll in the world. But we're not trying to play an actual buzz. We're just trying to mimic the single strokes, chasing the single strokes. All right? Now we'll just try it a little bit quicker. Okay. Right at the start here, I should tell you too, when you do play a buzz roll, it's probably a good idea. Most people play a buzz roll somewhere towards the edge. You can go 1 inch from the edge, you can go 2 inches. If you play right in the center, there's really not a whole lot of rebound in the center of a drum, okay? And given that the buzz roll relies on rebound to get all of those, whether it be 8, 9, 10, 11, who knows how many actual bounces there are in a note, you want to sort of go somewhere towards the edge. So I like to go roughly 1 or 2 inches, probably about 2 inches from the edge to play rolls. I don't usually play them in the center. You can play a buzz roll in the center. I'm do it for you now. It's not impossible. It's just easier generally to play towards the edge. Okay, so you'll notice that for a lot of this DVD, when I'm playing buzz roll stuff, I'll be playing off center. That's deliberate. All right, so let's continue on with that exercise. 4 hand changes, and then we're going to play it 4 buzzes. Now I'm getting to the sort of speed now where I could start to turn it into a roll. So the only thing really that I'm going to do from here is I'm not going to throw down so hard on every buzz, because I don't want to hear the hand change. I don't want to hear dot 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 zaz 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 zaz. I want to hear dot 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 zzz dot 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 zzz. So I'll throw down on the first one definitely, because I want to give it some kind of shape as far as a phrase is concerned, and I'll come out with a bit of an attack at the end as well when I get to that, back to that first single stroke. But all of the buzzes in between, other than the first, I'm not going to play them very hard anymore. Okay, so it'd be more like this instead of, which sounds a little bit silly. All right, and then if I go faster again, then I would actually be in buzz roll territory after that.